Hi Kent, are you really the Superman of the two?
Hello, Kent. You were just greeted by my critical thinking professor. He's a cool guy. He's a nerd. But since I didn't upload my video in time, you've given me the punishment of eating a tomato. And I know you think that's weird that I don't like tomatoes, but I like ketchup and salsa and all that. But that stuff has flavoring, has spices to it. This has no fucking taste to it. It just tastes like like jelly or like Jello with no flavoring. Now, I've heard people say they used to eat these straight out of the garden with a little bit of salt. I mean, even that sounds better than eating it plain. I mean, it's just fucking gross. Since today also lands on a Thursday, I'll be eating this while telling you about music things. And I guess we should get started. Oh, whoa. Oh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. God damn. I got my chuck bucket as well. But today I've decided to talk about Fred Astaire. He was one of the big musicians, singers, and all that back when Gene Kelly and tap dancing and all those movies were really popular. Now, see, the big thing is that people believe that musicals are just, Broadway things, and that wasn't the way it was back then when they first started getting color and sound movies. They actually did musicals. So, and it was just another genre of film. It wasn't, it wasn't a stage thing, but there were stage plays back then too. But yeah, so Fred Astaire. I'm going to read facts and I'm going to eat this in between facts. Fred Astaire, he was an American film and Broadway stage dancer, choreographer, singer, musician, and actor. He has 31 films under his belt, 11 of which I believe are musicals. He did with Ginger Rogers, he was in a bunch of films with her because she was a great dancer as well. And they were kind of like the duo of their time. So usually if you hear Fred Astaire, the name Ginger Rogers is right there by it. Because, there's a famous saying that, she danced everything Fred Astaire danced, except she did it backwards and in heels. Why's it gotta be so wet? That's the worst part. And the taste is just fucking gross. Now, Fred Astaire, even though he was all these many things, he got a percentage of the film's profits that he was in. And, that may sound normal to us nowadays, but back then, that wasn't a thing. They got paid for dancing and acting, but they didn't get a percentage of the film's profits. They were just paid an actor's wage. And that was it. And not only that, he had the freedom to direct whatever he wanted, because they saw eventually as time went on, they saw he was such a great dancer that they decided to let him direct and choreograph his own dances, these like big numbers. And oh god, I'm belching this up. I will post a few of these links in the cat rapey Moflaggin. Call it the Moflaggin. Moflaggin's a good word. And you don't have to watch all of them, but I would like you to just watch one of them because it's amazing what he can do. I spilled some on my bed. Fuck. Ugh. Now, usually what these days are, when we talk about music, we talk about singers, and a lot of people know Fred Astaire for his dancing, but I really like him as a singer. And he was really modest about his singing. He said he wasn't the greatest, But one of the first few fucking tomato shit in my teeth. He sang a lot of songs from the Great American Songbook, and you know, you've heard Frank Sinatra version, and I like all versions of it, but he's quoted as saying of having like a kind of light, feathery kind of voice, but I like that. It's really kind of like early 20s sounding. Think like Bioshock soundtrack, if you know what that game is. I'll post a link to that in the Mo Flaggin'. I'll post a link to that in the Mo Flaggin'. Now, since I'm almost done eating this tomato, I thought we'd just stick to the fun facts about Fred Astaire now. And there's a couple. On the evaluation of his first screen test, which is when actors are trying to get really big in the movies, they go through a screen test and they see, you know, they get graded on how well they did on certain areas. And his first screen test came out as can't act, can't sing, balding, can dance a little. A little. Can't sing. I'm going to post examples in the Mo Flaggin' of all of these things that he proved wrong, that he's done with his career. This is getting difficult to eat now. He appears on the cover of the Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper's. So if you have that by chance, I know I do, I could show it to you sometime. He is on the cover of that. He's one of the many faces in the crowd. Oh. Now here's a fact you'll like. He was one of the first Kennedy Center honorees. And that's the Kennedy Center. That's the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts, and he was one of the first honorees to be featured in that. So I thought maybe you'd think that was cool. So you know, he's a pretty well respected guy. He's right up there. I'm so sick of eating this. Oh my god, it's making me gag. Oh. God, how the fuck do I eat this? And lastly, this is probably my favorite fact out of all these. His legs were insured because they were so, you know, important to his career. He was really well known for his tap dancing and dancing in general. They were insured for $1 million. And that's just crazy. I can't even imagine that. But, well, I guess I got like 2 more bites and I'll be over with this shit. This is every bit as horrible as I thought it was going to be. Ugh. There it is. It's the last of it. Ooh. Ah. Happy. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, Miss Carroll, I want to show Mr. Gordon how much you've just taught me.
No, never mind.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you.
Please.
I'm very anxious for Mr. Gordon to see this because I think it's the most interesting experiment. Now, how did you say that last step went? Oh, yes. Shall we try it right through? Won't you sit down, Mr. Gordon?